Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fit IT Guy. Today I'm going to be installing a Hanshow matte carbon fiber rear spoiler on a Tesla Model 3 Highland. Let's go ahead and open this box and get started. Alright, just open up the box here. You can see it's packaged very well. We have some blue painter's tape here, which is great so that we can align the spoiler exactly where we want it to be on the car so that it's perfectly aligned. We get some extra 3M tape here. If you make a mistake or if you ever want to reapply it on another car. And we get an installation guide as well. And of course we have the spoiler itself. So here's the spoiler in all of its beauty. This one is matte carbon. Hanshow also sells a gloss carbon model. So it's up to you depending on which you prefer. And we can see this is very nice. Hanshow does an amazing job of having the inside of the spoiler completely taped up already, because the hardest part with these installs is when you have to add the tape in yourself, and it's just a lot of cutting, a lot of measuring, a lot of taping. So it's great that this already comes this way. So let's go ahead and get the spoiler on the car and we'll get it all aligned up. All right everyone, we're going to take the spoiler. The part that has this little design up here is the top. You'll know when you go to put it on because it only fits one way. So it fits like this. If you try to fit it the other way, it's just not going to fit. So it only fits one direction. This is the top, and you can kind of see it just already like slides right on just like that. We're going to use some of the blue masking tape to kind of just align everything where we see fit. You know, we'll take a step back, make sure it's all even on the back of the car. Looks pretty even here already. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some blue masking tape right now and start aligning it basically. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start by getting the spoiler on here, just like that. Kind of sits nice and flush already the way it is. And I'm just going to take a step back here and see if I need to move the spoiler to the left or to the right a little bit. So far it looks like I need to move it a little bit to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and take a step back again and give it a good look. I'm matching the edge of the spoiler to where the trunk line starts and seeing the distance here, you know, if it's an inch on each side, I'm looking at that to measure exactly if the spoiler is even on each side or not. So looking at it some more, I can see that I need to slide it over to the left a little bit. And now it looks pretty much even. I'm just going to do one more slide over to the left. It's very important to do this because you don't want to install the spoiler and then, you know, put the tape on and everything, get it stuck on there, and then realize, okay, it's not in the right spot, because it's going to be pretty hard to take it off after that. All right, so it looks pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the blue painter's tape, and I'm going to go ahead and start taping it down so I know exactly where it should be. And then I'm going to use those lines of the tape to match up the spoiler to it when I go ahead and actually stick it on there. So we're just taking our blue painter's tape here. We're going to put a few pieces of tape to mark up where the spoiler should go. Just going to do a piece here and a piece here. I think 5 pieces total should be good. Another 2 pieces here. All right, I'm just gonna get 2 more pieces on the edges here, just so that everything lines up properly. Obviously, the more pieces you do, the more accurate it's gonna be, but I think 5 pieces is the sweet spot, so that you're not going crazy trying to line too many pieces up when you're actually going ahead to stick it. Okay, so as you can see, we have all the tape pieces lined up here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the spoiler off. I'm going to pull off the red tape off the spoiler, and then I'll go ahead and stick it on. Okay, like I said, now that we have the alignment marks of the tape, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull off the red backing of the 3M tape here. This is VHB tape. From 3M, this is probably one of the strongest tapes out there, so that you don't have to worry about your spoiler falling off. That's not going to happen. So let's go ahead. These are always very tricky to peel, but once you get one corner started, especially with these big pieces, thanks to Hancho for pre-applying these, it just comes off just like that. And let's make sure that we don't touch the tape either, so that it has its full adhesiveness. And again, pulling off this side of the tape here. All right, this is the 3M tape. We're gonna go ahead, get it back aligned on the car, and make sure it matches the alignment marks. All right, again, we're lining up the spoiler here with the tape marks, and we're kind of just hovering the spoiler right now at this moment, because it will stick if we get it too close. And once it's aligned here, we know basically the placement's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna peel these tape marks off to give us more room, because you also don't wanna put the spoiler over the tape. And now that we did that, we can kind of just go ahead and stick on the spoiler exactly onto the car. Just like this. We're going to push it in. I'm just going to go all around, push it in very nicely, so that it can really adhere to the trunk of the car here. And with VHB tape, I just like to hold it down myself personally for any application for a good 30 seconds. So I'm gonna go hold each portion of the spoiler for a good 30 seconds. So I'll start with the left. And then I'll do the middle. And then I'll do the right side. And you also, just a good pointer here, you want to get both corners. You just really want to make sure those are stuck on, because once they're stuck on, they're not going to pop off. Just really applying some pressure to them. Now that it's stuck on there, you can see it's not, I can pull on it, it's not going to come off. Let's just go ahead and take off the rest of the tape, and we'll go ahead and take a good look at how the spoiler looks on the car. Already gives it such a nice look just looking at it from the top here, but we'll take a step back and you'll see exactly how beautiful the spoiler looks on the car. All right, everyone, just wrapped up the install of the Hancho carbon fiber spoiler on the Tesla Model 3 Highland. It's not the exact performance spoiler that you see on the Model 3 Performance. I actually like it a lot better. It's a little bit more aggressive, as these little dips here on the edge. It makes the car look a little bit more sportier and just that much more different than everything else on the road. I hope you guys enjoyed and see how very simple it is to install this. It took all of not even 10 minutes, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, this is available on Hancho. You can use my code TFIG, which just stands for the Fit IT Guy, on hancho.com. That's going to save you a good amount on the spoiler and everything off their website. So thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.